Welcome. I want to present you a new 4.3 feature which we call configuration inheritance. When we started to implement new feature for multi-domain support, we started actually by copying this site definition so that for each domain, let's say demoproject.de or demoproject.en, we had a complete copy of the whole site configuration. Then we realized, oh well, it would be nice if we could extend these configurations instead of copying them, and we also realized that actually this feature is very helpful in various domains. For instance, dialogues, you want to add a new field or you just want to change a label without having to copy paste dialogue. Same can also be applied for template definitions and paragraph definitions. So let's have a quick look at this. So this is the demo base. The base configuration, which includes all the values, the templates, prototype, some basic mappings, and some default values. So then we have the demo en, so the English site which we have mapped for demoproject.en, and now you see there are just the specific values for the demo for the English site, and you see that this actually extends the demo base. This inheritance of configuration is also supports extending through multiple levels. So an example is here the demo the English site for UK, where you see actually this is not extending the demo base but actually the demo en. Another place where this feature is very helpful is for extending dialogues. I don't know if you know, but anyway, so we have in our standard template kit we have many dialogues, and many of these dialogues are just variations of some default dialogues. Here, for instance, you see the internal page teaser, which is used on the right hand side of a page, which defines again the tab teaser, override, and link list, while actually this is just a copy of the normal teaser. So you see the very same thing. Maybe you want a different label, okay. So now let's go to the new configuration, and in here you see that I have defined the internal page teaser now in a way that it extends this normal teaser dialog, and you also see that I have just added one additional field in which I can say if this content should be inherited to subpages. This has nothing to do with the configuration inheritance, it's part of the dialog. If I go here now, if I go to a normal teaser, so that's actually the main dialog, so you see how it looks like. So there is no inheritance here. But if you now go to this dialog which is used for the so-called extras in this teaser here, so you see you get now this new show in subpages field. One of the most interesting things about this new feature is not only that you have this feature, it's also interesting to see how it is implemented. Actually, the concept is very simple. We have a so-called content wrapper which we use for IATN, for instance, and we have now an implementation which adds this inheritance that's called extending content wrapper, which does the merge of this content. The nice thing is that this wrapper is, well, first it was written quite quickly because we had just to override few of the methods like get children, get content, and we have to ensure that if we return sub content that we also wrap that accordingly, but all this is supported by the abstract content wrapper class. So it's a solution which can be applied to very similar problems as we have solved here. The nice thing is that this provides now this content object to other parts of our Magnolia code, and this uses just this wrapped content as normal content and has no knowledge about if we have now such a configuration inheritance support or not. So an example of such a usage is now in our content to bean. That's the mechanism which transforms configuration to beans. And in here, in our main method, we just wrap our node which is passed in such an extending content wrapper, and from there on the code will see this node as merged. So it does not have to go into and search for this extends node data. That's all happening under the hood. We also added this wrapping to the dialog manager so that this feature can be used for dialogs configurations too. Thank you.